What? The bacon?
I know you. Sorry, you're VIP. Oh, maybe it's not where can we start? Yes, maybe it's right. Somebody's not here. And I know where I'm
Excuse me.
You can jump over there with the user. Anywhere? Here only.
That's all you're online.
Yeah, okay. Okay, there might be a couple of times when my head might appear down there briefly.
Do you have any spare battery? Just in case. I think I do. All right, awesome. Yeah, just in case it's like. We say team o'clock. Team.
So it's lunch
On the far side?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Just have a seat and I would like that.
Thank you. 他应该会在那个方向，名字就是这个。对对对，在现场。哦，那个是妈妈，你们要把它那个，我知道好一点，妈妈这个小学堂。
是啊是啊，3分直播吗？这个不看里面啊。
这个呢？打个盲区，不行，一屏看得到，一屏看得到，做到2侧吧。
没事的，你说吧，等会儿会说的，会说的。
然后还有一个，因为是会版，
So as soon as Union try and exit, she's in
the captain of the English rowing team. Oh, sorry.
聚散，又见回江南。此下悠悠不绕地呀，燕子掠过青石巷，引我几飘香。又见红花放。那不尽 一见不容颜，浅浅蹙眉，轻笑着眼。一个江南山，红尘的渡口，看见时明镜深，十里柔情望春风。烟雨的情郎诉说着故梦，轻捻的梦里，深深牵挂就是缘。烟雨的情郎，诗画的缠绵，眼眸雨霏霏，你的眼眸醉了情缘，醉了情缘。一曲子中调，要听江南阳。渡黄船上无月明，一声来语。烟雨的江南山，红尘的渡口，看见时明镜深，十里柔情望春风。烟雨的情郎诉说着故梦，轻捻梦里，深深情怀就是缘。烟雨的情郎，诗画的缠绵，眼眸雨霏霏，你的眼眸醉了情缘，烟雨的情郎诉说着故梦，轻捻梦里，深深牵挂就是缘。烟雨的情郎，诗画的缠绵，眼眸雨霏霏，你的眼眸醉了情缘，醉了情缘。
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, visiting students, we warmly welcome you to the British School of Nanjing.
尊敬的各位来宾、女士们、先生们，各位亲爱的同学们，欢迎来到南京英国学校。
7 years, 6 months, 2 weeks, 1 day, 3 hours, 30 minutes. 31 minutes and counting. Since an 8-year-old boy walked into the British School of Nanjing for the very first time. A small school, with all the classrooms in one building, 80 students, and a small playground that was still big enough for everyone to run around in.
从我8岁时第一次踏进南京英国学校，一直到现在，已经有7年0、6个月、2周、1天、3小时、30分钟，现在应该已经有31分钟了。那时的学校只有一栋教学楼，80名学生，一个小操场。2014年，我踏进了南京英国学校的大门，开始了11年级的生活，开始了新的旅程。记得当时我就在想，这学校真小，只有3栋小楼，可就在这3栋小楼里，留下了我许多美好的回忆。
In 2014, I stepped into a British School of Nanjing and started a new journey in Year 11. The moment I walked into campus, I thought myself, what a small campus, only 3 little buildings. But in those 3 small buildings, I created many good memories. I was that 8-year-old boy back in 2008, and I am standing here in this amazing auditorium in a school with over 280 students, excellent sporting facilities, multiple science labs, and music practice rooms.
我就是2008年来到这个学校的8岁男孩，而现在我就站在这个有着超过280名学生、崭新的礼堂、完善的体育设施、2个大操场、2间科学实验室和2间宽敞的音乐练习室的校园里。
However, even though BSN has physically changed beyond all recognition, the thing that makes BSN great has not changed at all. I am of course talking about the amazing atmosphere here at the British School, an atmosphere of cooperation, creativity, friendship, tolerance, and respect.
但是，尽管学校的外观和设施改变了，学校的实质和氛围一直没变。我们依然是一所充满着尊敬、友好、宽容、创新和合作氛围的学校。
I'm sure the students from our sister schools have experienced this atmosphere in the past week and can appreciate how this makes BSN a unique learning environment. It is wonderful that so many students have been able to join us, not only to celebrate musical creativity, but also to celebrate the official opening of British School of Nanjing.
我相信来自各所兄弟学校的同学们，在过去的1周里，已经感受到了学校的良好氛围，也明白了正是这样的校园氛围，使得南京英国学校如此的独特。我们非常荣幸能有这么多贵宾和同学在这里和我们一起庆祝音乐节，以及新校区的正式开幕式。
I'd like to thank all our guests for coming today. We hope you've enjoyed this opportunity to view the campus and experience this amazing atmosphere at first hand. Now please enjoy the next performance, This Is Our World, of British Schools Foundation Choir, and the rest of the show.
感谢各位来宾的光临，希望你们喜欢我们新校园，并能充分感受到我们独特的校园文化。接下来，请欣赏英国学校集团合唱的《我们的世界》。
Children,
Ladies and gentlemen, guests, students, and distinguished visitors. Before I speak further, I would just like to take a moment with you to pause, to reflect, and to simply breathe in the atmosphere.
在我继续我的演讲之前，请许我暂停片刻。在座的各位一起静静感受一下这一刻。
We have arrived.
来到了这里，
Standing here, inspired by our surroundings,
and the moving performance we just heard, it is incredible to think that just a few short months ago, we were preparing to make the move from our Baijiahu site to this fantastic facility.
就在几个月之前，我们还在准备着从百家湖校区到新校区的搬迁工作，而现在我们已经站在这里，感受着周围的新环境，欣赏着精彩的演出，这一切简直让人难以置信。
That journey, that adventure, has taken us 8 years, and it has been an amazing experience. It has seen us grow and pass many, many milestones.
那段旅程和经历陪我们走过了整整8年的时间，那是一段无比精彩的旅程。它见证了我们的成长，它见证了我们跨过一个又一个发展的里程碑。
In 2007, we opened our doors of our first small building to our first students, some of whom I see sitting here with pride in themselves, pride in this building today.
2007年，学校的第一栋教学楼迎来了我们第一批的37名学生，他们其中的一些人今天仍然坐在这里，与我们一起为学校的发展壮大而骄傲。
We are particularly thrilled as well to have our first headmaster from that day, a man who taught me a lot, Mr. Adam Johnson, now head of the British School of Yangon and visiting with his new school.
在同一天，我们也激动地迎来了学校的第一任校长，他给了我很多宝贵的建议。他就是缅甸仰光英国学校的现任校长Adam Johnson 先生。
Just 2 years later, we opened our second building as we grew. Still a small campus, and we took part in the Ibis Arts Festival at the British School of Beijing, a school that Sean Kirkham, another of our visiting heads, this time from the British School of Marbella, knows very well from her days there. We also have Andrew Webb-Little, who was instrumental in setting up that first festival we went to.
2年之后，我们小小的校园里有了第2栋教学楼。那一年，我们的学生前往北京英国国际学校参加了 Ibis 艺术节。今天在座的贵宾中，有一位曾经在这所学校工作过，对这所学校非常熟悉，她就是西班牙马贝拉英国学校的现任校长双科夫女士。而另一位今天的贵宾曾主持的那届艺术节，他就是 Andrew Webb-Little 先生。
I was one of the staff members who flew with that first group to Beijing to experience the energy that's generated by collaborative events like this. Energy that inspires
both students and staff to aim that much higher.
我就是那一年和学生一起前往北京的老师之一。在那一次的艺术节中，我深深地感受到了如此活动所能激发出的能量，而正是这样的能量，激励着我们的学生和教职员工们不断提高。
The following year, we hosted our own first arts festival, much smaller in scale than today's events, and that saw students from Guangzhou join us. Again, a school linked to another of our distinguished guests, Paul Seedhouse and Claire Doubleday, current academic coordinators for our whole foundation.
接下来的一年里，我们作为东道主主办了第一届艺术节，当然那时的规模比现在的要小很多。在那届艺术节中，我们邀请到了来自广州英国国际学校的师生们，而今天在座的贵宾中有2位与这所学校有着紧密的联系，他们就是英国学校集团的现任学术主管 Paul Seedhouse 先生和 Claire Doubleday 女士。
As the school expanded and we grew into our secondary school, our outlook expanded beyond China. Our students saw a wider world overseas.
随着学校中学部的成立，我们的发展前景也在不断扩大。我们的学生在一次又一次的海外旅行中，对世界和国际文化有了更深的了解。
From Borneo to Cambodia, students have helped construct kindergartens, taught English, and worked with communities around the world to build hope.
从婆罗洲岛到柬埔寨，学生们协助建筑了幼儿园，为当地儿童教授英语，并与当地社区一起帮助人们重塑希望。
And our involvement with the wider community hasn't just been in the arts, like today, and with charity. In sports, we've reached out, taking part in and winning rugby tournaments in Suzhou, netball matches in Nanjing, amongst others.
然而，我们与社区的协作不仅仅局限于艺术与慈善方面，在体育方面我们也有所建树。我们的学生参加了在苏州举行的橄榄球锦标赛，以及在南京举行的英式篮球比赛。并且在这2项比赛中都赢得了冠军。
Which brings us to today, 2016, our new campus and our huge community.
现在让我们回到2016年，回到今天，回到我们的新校区，回到我们自己的社区。
So much has changed in those 8 years, but some things have never changed.
过去的8年中，许多事情发生了翻天覆地的变化，但是有些事情却从未改变。
Our belief in what we are doing, our philosophy that future success will belong to those who are creative, thoughtful, and confident. Our belief in world-class education.
我们工作的信念不变，我们坚持创新和自信的成功哲学不变，我们对于国际教育的坚持没有改变。
And with events like this week's music festival that have brought students together from all over the world, I am confident that we are shaping well-prepared, well-rounded young people who will be well-equipped for the life ahead of them, not just with the skills and the knowledge, but with the imagination, the creativity, and the desire and drive to succeed.
伴随着本周音乐节活动的举办，我们有幸邀请到了来自世界各地的老师和同学们。我可以很自信地说，我们塑造出了全面发展的年轻人。他们将会带着在学校学到的技能和知识，带着他们的创造力和想象力，带着他们对世界成功的渴望走向社会。
I am so proud of where we are right now, and I stress we, because this is a journey we could not have made alone, and there are so many that I would like to thank. But in particular, I would like to thank.
对于我们所取得的成就，我感到非常骄傲。而这样的成就是许多人共同努力的成果，所以请允许我借今天的机会，向帮助与支持过我们的人们表达最诚挚的感谢。他们分别是
Our parents, every parent in our school, and our PNF, our parents and friends group, who worked so hard with us.
我们的家长们，每一位家长，尤其是家长协会的成员们，曾帮助了我们许多。
Our staff, from a tireless work of admin and support staff behind the scenes, to the dedication that our teachers show towards children's learning, they are all a credit to our school.
我们的教职员工们，包括行政和后勤人员们的辛勤工作，以及我们所有教师对于学生的付出与奉献，他们都是我们学校最珍贵的财富。
Our board of directors,
我们的董事会成员们，
the Nanjing Municipal Government, the Foreign Affairs Office of the Nanjing Municipal Government, the Nanjing Economic, and Technological Development Zone, Jiangsu Education Bureau, and the Nanjing Education Bureau, all of whom have supported the school in the construction of this world-class campus.
南京市委市政府、南京市外事办、江宁区委区政府、江宁开发区管委会、江苏省教育厅以及南京市教育局和所有在这组国际化标准新校区建设工作中给予我们大力支持的所有单位与机构。
And our wider community, including St. James's Place, Cathay Pacific, the Nanjing, the charities we support, all of whom have been on this journey with us.
我们社区的这个大家庭，包括圣詹姆斯公司、国泰航空公司、南京人杂志，与我们紧密合作的各慈善机构，以及所有陪伴我们走过这段旅程的人们。
But most of all, I'd like to thank our students, both backstage and out here, because it has been their achievements, their growth on their journey, the smiles on their faces as they realize what they have achieved, that keeps us inspired and keeps us moving forward on our journey.
最重要的是，我要感谢我们所有的学生们，因为正是他们的成就、成长和他们脸上的笑容，激励着我们不断前进和不断发展。
So thank you to all. And I would like to end by asking our choir, first our junior and then our senior choirs, to return to the stage to perform for us.
感谢大家，请大家欣赏我们学校的合唱团为大家带来的表演。
Thank you.
Season
I would just like to invite Stuart Fry from our Board of Governors, the Chairman of our Board of Governors, up to say a few words. Mr. Fry, thank you.
Well, it's a great honor and a privilege for me to be here today at the official opening of the new campus for the British School of Nanjing. I'm also proud to be accompanied by 80 students from other BSF schools from around the world who have come to participate at the British Schools Foundation Music Festival, which has been hosted this year at the British School of Nanjing. There are students who've come from all the way from Russia, Brazil, Spain, Malaysia, Myanmar, Uzbekistan, and the Philippines to take part in this year's festival. I'd like to thank and extend a warm thank you to the staff of the British School of Nanjing for organising the event. And in particular, I'd like to thank all the BSN parents who have generously hosted our visiting students. I believe I speak for all of us when I say that we've been made to feel genuinely welcome and at home throughout the week. And of course, congratulations to the students and the staff on what has been, by all accounts, a very successful and productive week of music. And I think some of the performances that we've seen today have been absolutely marvelous. The BSF Music Festival is first and foremost a fantastic music experience and celebration of music, but it also serves the broader purpose of bringing together students and staff from BSF schools around the world. Understanding other cultures, making new friendships, opening our minds to different ways of thinking. These are noble ideas that have almost become cliches. However, there is a real and genuine value to the music festival and to similar other initiatives that we have at the foundation to bring students and staff together in a purposeful way. For all of us here, the world today is an open place. Our lives are increasingly interwoven with those of other nations and cultures. And our ability to make meaningful and positive connections with others impacts our individual success and promotes the general good. And so I think I'm not alone in feeling very fortunate to be part of an organization of over 3,000 students around the world that has the promotion of these ideas and values at its core and acts on them with initiatives such as this wonderful music festival. I would just like to close by thanking and congratulating the team here at the British School of Nanjing, who have worked relentlessly and tirelessly in order to make this wonderful campus a reality. Well done to Matthew Shepherd for his thoughtful and steady leadership, and to all the staff for your dedication and hard work. Special thanks goes to Fiona Gow and to BSF Director Richard Anderson, who have led the new campus initiative from start to finish. And last but not least, I would like to thank all the parents of the school. It is your unfaltering support throughout all these years that have made BSN's success possible. No doubt you're looking forward, as I am, to many more great things here at the British School of Nanjing. And now I'd like to, without any further ado, I'd like to hand over to the choir, who I think are going to give us their rendition of Molly. Thank you.
Thank you, choir. I would like to invite another of our distinguished guests, Matthew Forbes, the Deputy Consul General from Shanghai Consulate, the British Consulate in Shanghai, who I'd like to invite onto the stage to say a few words. Thank you, Mr. Forbes.
Thank you very much, Matthew, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here this morning. I'm quite a frequent visitor to Nanjing, as is the Consul General as well, and I was very lucky this morning. It was my turn to be in Nanjing, so I get to be here with you this morning. I've got 4 children, and all of them have been to international schools around the world, so I've had a lot of involvement with international schools. I've also been on the board of the governors of 3 of the schools as well, so I know how much work goes into an event like today, and I also know a lot about the dedication of the staff that come to work in these schools. Nanjing is a very important city in China, and a very important city for the British Consulate based in Shanghai. We're one of the biggest consulates, possibly the biggest British consulate in the world now, actually, and we come here frequently and we speak to the government here frequently as well. I'm sure that our friends from the Bureau of Education this morning will agree with us that having an international school in a city like Nanjing is extremely important for attracting international businesses here. And other foreign organisations that have to operate in a city like this. For you as parents here today, I'm sure you're also very relieved that you have a very high-class British school that you can send your children to in this city. We've heard this morning that the school's been going, I think, just over 7 years, I think Matthew said. To see the progress of that in this time, I've been in Shanghai for nearly 4 years now, just to see the growth of the school here and the reputation of the school that's grown up in Nanjing is quite incredible. And also matches the speed, I think, of the growth that we're seeing in China generally. I haven't had a chance to see much of the new campus here, but from what I have seen, it's extremely impressive. And I think having facilities like this are really important for the children, for their education. We've also seen that the music facilities here are fantastic for a start, so congratulations for that, for the singing. But it's not just about buildings, it is about the teaching staff as well, and being able to attract good teaching staff and experienced teaching staff to these schools is extremely important. Matthew mentioned earlier, and touched on this, about some of the attributes that a British education and an international education can give to children. I would like to touch on one of those areas, and that's the area of creativity. This is something that I think is becoming really important around the world, and it's something that the UK excels at. We in the UK have a very creative society, a very creative education system. I talk to many government officials and businesses in China, and everybody is talking about creativity, and everybody wants to learn more about this as China transforms its economy here. So it's not just about passing exams to the children. I'm not saying that's not important, it is, you must pass your exams, but it's also about an independent mind, as Matthew said, and about having independent thoughts, coming up with new ideas, and being creative, and that is really, really important in business. I think that's what the children will get at the British school here in Nanjing. And for you as parents, I think that is something that you should really cherish, that your children will grow up in that environment of the school. So that's my pre-show, if you like. But as I say, I think what they will get here, the times of education, is really, really important. So I wish the school every success in the future. It's clearly growing fast, so then if there are plans to expand it further, I'm sure that will happen. We're seeing many, many British schools now opening across China. I think this is one of the most successful, clearly, that we've seen. There are lots more opening in Shanghai at the moment. And many other cities, certainly in eastern China, where I travel frequently, are always asking us how we open an international school in our city, because it's important for business. Nanjing's already done it, so congratulations for all that Matthew and the team here have achieved, and I look forward to seeing further success. And congratulations to the children as well for some great performances as well. Really enjoyed that. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you, Mr. Forbes. Thank you, Matthew. We do have another performance from the choir, another song to come, but they're going to have to be a little bit more patient for a moment, because as well as our music festival, which is a huge week for us, we are also marking the official opening of the school. So I'd like to take a moment, take the focus away from the choir for 1 minute, and move to the front where we have our official opening. I am going to invite some guests and some of our students and some of our staff to help us cut this ribbon, but first we need our scissors. I believe we have our dancer who opened our show, Jacinda. And I would like to invite out Gert van der Merwe and Laura Fawn, two of our students who are here in that first month when we opened. Gert, would you like to come down? And Laura, I believe you're in the choir. Thank you, Jacinda. I'd also like to invite our head boy and our head girl, Alex and this guy. Would you like to join us? Thank you. I'd like to invite some of our guests, Mr. Yu, the Director of International Cooperation and the Exchange Department from Jiangsu Education Bureau, and Mr. Lu, the Party Secretary of the Jiangning Economic and Development Zone. You could come down and help us. I'd also like to invite Mr. Stuart Fry back to the stage, and of course Mr. Matthew Forbes, who will also help us with this moment. We're going to come on count of 3. Perhaps you can help us with countdown 3, 2, 1, and then we will cut. Just find Tara. Tara, would you like to join us? You joined there, and one of our first students. Perhaps the audience would like to help us count down 3, 2, 1, and then we'll cut. Okay? Can you help us? 3, 2, 1. Choir has finished for us tonight today with one last song. So can we give the choir a clap and all our guests? Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you,
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, guests. Thank you, staff. Thank you, students from around the world. Fantastic performance, fantastic finish, lots of energy. Can we give our students, first and foremost, a huge round of applause? And of course, the music staff who've worked tirelessly to put this together, and will be continuing to work tirelessly this afternoon when we have our Battle of the Bands. So for our music staff from all over the world, can we give them a huge round of applause? Well done. Our guests from the Jiangning, Jiangsu and Nanjing government departments, and of course our board of directors, and Mr. Forbes from the Shanghai consulate. Can we give him a round of applause? Thank you. We will be carrying on upstairs in a few moments, so if you are joining us, please come upstairs. There is so much more happening today. We look forward to speaking to you, talking to you, seeing you around the school when you see our lovely campus. If you haven't seen it already, we're very happy to give you a full tour. Thank you.